Before we get into the specifics of this, let's just remember that in the very beginning of this, I told you that equations are sort of like seesaws. If you think about the middle, that they have to be completely balanced and even. So if I say that two unknown weights and a 5 balance three unknown weights and a 2, do we have enough information to figure out how much the unknown weight is? And although there's a lot of different guess and check ways, just one thing remember, if I take 2 off of this side, I can take 2 off of this side as well, which means that 5 must be the same as a weight and 2. Therefore, a weight must equal 3. I really want you to keep this in your head, because this is what we do algebraically. For example, if I translate the original equation using algebra, the two things I don't know would be x. So I could say 2x plus 5 is equal to 3x plus 2. If I'm taking 2 off of each side, taking off in algebra or math means subtract. I subtract them both. This is really key. You got to bring your equal sign straight down. Never waver from that. So that goes away. That means it's x plus 2. I finish by subtracting 2. X equals 3. Now, sometimes kids will say to me, well, how do I know which side to take the variables off? Personally, I prefer to work in positive numbers, but what you should learn and become confident of is that it doesn't matter which way we go. Here, I took the variables off of this left side of the equation, and I got everything over to that side. This time, I could go the other way. I'm going to take 3 off of this side and 3 off of that side. Now, if I bring my equal sign straight down, I've got 2 left on this side of the equation, and the opposite of x, or negative 1x plus 5. Now, if I finish, I've got the opposite of x is negative 3, and that means that x is positive 3. So it doesn't matter which way you go, is that you are always trying to get all of the variables on one side. And remember, you're taking them off of one side, which means you subtract to do this step. Okay, I didn't write subtract too well, but you get it. And then after that, I'm just going to say solve, because the rest of the steps are things you already know. There is a type of problem, though, that I want you to be aware of. If I say 5x equals 2x plus, 12, I want to make sure that we're going to bring my variables over this way, because I only have constants on one side, so my variables should go to the other side. That means that 3x equals 12 and x equals 4. It's possible to go the other way. In fact, I can do whatever I want to equations as long as I do it to both sides. But it's important. This underscores, oops, that's a 5, the importance of always bringing your equal sign straight down, because what you have now is 0 equals negative 3x plus 12. And then I would subtract 12. Now I have negative 12 equals negative 3x. Negative 3, x equals 4. It doesn't matter which way you go, but it does matter that you bring your equal sign straight down. What kids will often do, I'm just going to do this quickly and then make it clear that this is not what you want to do, what kids will do when they get mixed up is they'll say, okay, I'm going to add 5. I'm going to get rid of the 5s over here. And then what they do is they say that, wait a second, this wasn't supposed to be negative. Sorry. This was not 5. Okay, so what I'm doing here instead is I'm subtracting 5. So they say negative 3x equals 12, which means they moved the equal sign over to here. Don't do that. You will get the wrong answer. And that's all for the variable on both sides.